What's going on, guys? It's Griff here, and today I have a different kind of video for you. Today's video is going to be a run through of my thoughts as I'm playing the game. We will start with the landing and all the way until the end game strategy. I'm hoping this video will help you by me displaying some more complex situations and how I deal with them. If you haven't already, make sure you leave a like on the video and to subscribe. Also, make sure to hit the bell to get a notification on every time I upload. Anyways, that's it for me, and I hope you enjoyed today's upload. My name's Griff, and I'm out. When I land retail, there are 1 to 2 places that I always land at no matter what, unless someone else beats me. The 2 places that I land are the blacktop buildings, the one with the truck in the back, the shops, and then the last place I like to land, which is where I'm landing now, is the doghouse. It's called a doghouse because there's a doghouse down there that sometimes spawns a weapon. Now, what I'm doing here is when I land on a house, I immediately hop off the roof and go downstairs and get a gun. I do this because let's say that I break through the roof right there and there's not a chest, there's not a gun in the attic, and someone else lands at the bottom. They're going to sweep everything in the house and get all of the guns, and it's just, that's not a good situation for you. So right here I heard footsteps and I decided to put a trap there. I see the guy peek his foot out there, the bottom right, hopefully you saw that. I decided to go upstairs in the attic and get on the roof and kind of just get a better feel for where this guy's going to be. Now, you really have to pay attention. Footsteps are just the most important thing in this game. You can literally tell where anyone is going to be on what side of the house if you have a good headset. If you have a good headset, you'll be able to hear anything. I hear this guy on the other side of the house. I hear that he's outside, and I pop him 1 shot in the head. Another thing you gotta get used to is what the different floors sound like. You have to realize what wooden floors sound like, what concrete sounds like, what the grass sounds like. There's a lot of things that you need to realize sound wise to get better at this game. And also, this dude spectates me all the way into the end of the game. Not sure why, that's just what he did. So right here's another strategy that I think is important to implement. No matter where you land, you want to have a route for where you're going to go next. If I land at the doghouse like I do here, and I go over to this Jolie, I don't know what this store is called, but I basically wrap my way around the stores, and hopefully I find people, maybe I find some loot, and, you know, it's just you want to keep yourself to the outside of the map as it kind of narrows down where you're going to get shot from. Another little tip that I'm going to tell you about here is when you are in a house, a shop, whatever it may be, you start whacking these bookshelves. For example, in retail, you're getting 7 to 8 wood every time. I just whacked a couple there, and I probably got 50 to 60 wood. You can hit a lot of different things in houses, shops, and get a lot of different materials just, you know, to gather some up to start with. Now, right here, I believe I get shot. I do. So what do I need to do? I get to the high ground, and I start building. Now, this guy, literally, I don't know what he was doing. I build around myself so I can't get hit from anywhere. And I kind of just do a little third-person peeking here. This guy is just sitting there. I could stand here all day. I could push him, but I have 100 health. I don't really need to do anything. So I'm just going to sit here and wait for him. This guy literally just starts building. He's just sitting here, and he builds a door. He hops out, and it's a pretty easy kill for me. Not exactly positive what that guy was doing, to be honest. So there's my second kill of the game. So right here I hear gunshots, and I think it's important in solos to try to challenge everybody that you see if you can. It gets you better at the game, it gets you better at build fights. So I'm trying to figure out where this guy's shooting and who he's shooting at. So I'm kind of keeping it low-key, hiding in the trees, using cover. And I don't really even know where the shots are directly coming from. And I kind of look around, not really seeing a lot. And then I end up going to the taco stand, build a little ramp, and see what this guy's doing. I end up deciding to pull my SMG out and spraying this dude. And then I see other shots. He's getting shot by 2 different people. So I go outside and try to figure out where this dude is, if he figured out that I was shooting. And eventually I get bored here, and I actually end up pushing this guy. So in a second I'm gonna hop out and I'm gonna push this guy. So I'm gonna let this play, but then I'm gonna put it in slow motion so I can tell you exactly what I did, what pieces I used, and kind of an overall strategy for pushing this dude. So there's actually a lot more going on here than you would think, but I'm going to start off with just telling you the pieces I use and not telling you why I'm using them. So start off with ramps. It's important to put the ramp over the base they're on. This guy was actually smart enough to hop out, but if he's still under there, he's polarized and can't really move. So next, I decide to put walls to defend myself, 3 walls, and then I put a floor, and then I put even more walls and make his base mine. Luckily, the guy missed a snipe right there, and I actually see the dude who was also shooting at this guy with me. And then I proceed to just build this base and kind of scope out what's going on. I'm going to put this one more time and now explain what's actually happening. So, building ramps here, trying to get over his base like usual. That's what the goal is, but he hears me, which is not good for me. So what I do, I make another ramp so I'm higher than him, and then I proceed to go for a 1x1. He does hit me once, but that's okay. We make our base, we get a floor down, and then we put up 2 more walls, get the ramp, we have the high ground over this guy. He's going to have to build back up here to challenge us, which he does not do. So now we have the high ground, and we have to now address the situation. So I'm just sitting up here kind of waiting for the guy to do something, and then I finally figured out where this other dude was that was shooting this base with me earlier. Now, I don't have a lot of mats left, so this is an issue. So I have to fire back at this dude. And I kind of eliminate his base a little bit, and I jump down because I'm not in a good spot. So now I have to search for where this guy is. I only have 40 mats left. I do hear him. I know he's below me, but I get back up, get the high ground, and see what this guy's play is. I hear him kind of jumping around, not exactly sure what he's doing, but I'm above him. It's okay. Take a shot, miss. We're good though. Got the high ground. He comes back up. Boom. Headshot. He's done for the 3rd kill of the game. So right here, I realize that the guy that I shot down is pushing me, and he's above me. Now I'm using this wall to my advantage, and I completely decide to dip. I do not have enough materials to challenge this guy, so I'm playing this like a total wuss. But I literally am just sitting on my trap in this garage, healing up, and kind of just addressing the situation. Now, I'm not going to lie to you, I sat here for probably a good minute, and I eventually bailed, so I'm going to show that here. So right there, I take my chance to bail. I heard him breaking something. He probably heard me break that, but I decide to completely dip from that situation and go away, see that he's not chasing me, and actually go all the way to the edge of the circle, make sure no one's over here, and then I just start collecting mats because I do not have any and I need some to fight people. So after collecting a little bit of material, I see that the drop that we heard earlier was actually over here. So I end up grabbing that big shield, heal up. I hear gunshots, so I kind of box myself in here a little bit. I don't know where the gunshots are from. I heal up though, and I kind of just sit in here and wait for something to happen. Not a good idea though, as you will see. What a terrifying noise. Grenades are not fun. Not exactly sure where those came from. But yet again, I decided to spam some walls, get out of that situation completely. I have no idea where those came from, and if I remember correctly, I don't even think I fight the guy. So I'm not entirely sure where those grenades came from. So I had to grab some more materials, and I head up to this garage, and I see that our boy from earlier has made a base. I recognize that it's the Bright Bomber. This guy starts to build up, so I build up higher than him, and we do the exact same wall to ramp thing. I hit him once, more walls. I fall back down, build up again, another ramp, another 1x1, and that is how we retain the high ground. I'm gonna play that again for you in slow-mo and explain it again. So right here, I start off with a ramp and then a wall, and I go to shoot this guy as he peeks his head, and I realize I only had 1 bullet. So that dude is like, oh hell nah, he's shooting me, I'm gonna build a ramp and get higher. And to that I say, no sir, we're gonna get higher. So we're gonna build up again. We didn't go above him this time, we go one past his. And what do? Immediate wall. So to block his shot if he tries to shoot us. Which I don't believe he did. He might have actually. No, but he decides to jump over to our ramp. Smart play by him. He missed a shot. We hit him once. I throw up another wall. He breaks it immediately. And we fall back to her ramp. And I decide to build up again and go for the 1x1 once more. Ramp, 2 walls, another wall. Wall stacked on that wall. To the ramp. We put up another wall. And we make a little 1x1 as I kind of search for this chick and see what her game plan is. That's how you get the high ground again. I'll play that in normal speed again just so you can see it one more time. So I hear her walking around. She built some metal ramps, so we're just gonna stay up here until she decides to make a move. Boom, baby. 4th kill of the game. Now if you watch that back, you will literally hear me. You will literally watch me follow her footsteps. I heard her all the way until the other side of my ramp. I don't know what she was doing yet again. I thought I heard somebody else behind me, but that's that. Kill number 4, not that bad. Pretty easy. So just as we're about to get back into the circle, I do check behind me, and would you look at that, there is a guy, and he has a scar. We're not in the circle. Let's have to build some walls and kind of retreat back. And I climb up this mountain wholeheartedly thinking that it was in the circle. Reality is it was not. I build my wall, build my ramp. He just literally runs at me, and I just destroyed him. And I decide to get his loot. Kill number 5, pretty easy. Little to no avail, we're getting shot by somebody in the storm. I'm just going to let this play because there's a lot to explain here that I can't in the time that this clip allows. So, just watch. Boom, roasted. Kill number 6 against a pretty good player. Let's put that into slow-mo so I can explain to you what I just did. So we're getting shot in the storm. Not good. It's a pretty basic strategy here. You just throw up walls into a line at a certain angle on your controller, and you can actually just keep throwing up walls to get to a certain position. For us, we're trying to get back into the circles. We're not taking storm damage. So we build our little wall ramp, another ramp, and then we build a wall so they can't destroy our ramp. So he keeps shooting us. So all we have to do is keep our wall out in that position and keep spamming RT until he runs out of ammo. Now he eventually runs out of ammo and he begins to push us again. Now he builds one ramp. He goes up again. So I destroy his ramp below, which will destroy his other ramp. He keeps charging. I hit him for 102 in the head. And then I just keep shooting him. He still got his blueprint out. He finally pulls out a shotgun, but it's too late at that time as we get a cheeky little headshot. So I see a guy coming up here. It seemed like he was at Fatal, trying to push up to this base or whatever. Get some in-game lag right there. But I decided, you know, maybe I should shoot him with my scar. But I'm like, you know what? I'm not in the circle yet. I should like push up a little bit to get, you know, a safer bet of killing this guy. So this is a better technique of pushing. It's 2 ramps, so it's not as easy for you to get shot down. You put those ramps, you do the walls so they can't shoot you. Hit them with a pump once, tack again, and then boom, 7th kill of the day. Pop that boy. Then I hear footsteps immediately, and then I build up again. I build my ramps, put 2 walls in front of it, so I have cover. This dude tried to impulse grenade play me, but he failed. And he's covering. He's probably gonna heal a little bit, and I go down to loot this guy, and he's getting shot from somebody crossing over from Fatal. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just gonna reinforce this stair base thing I have here. I thought I was in the circle at the time, but I really just wasn't. So I'm kind of waiting to see if both these guys try to bail out and I get 2 kills or what's going to happen here. This guy in a bush, which is the guy who was shooting him in the first place, starts pushing up to this guy. And he loses bush. I'm not exactly sure what happens, but the John Wick tries to push out. I begin shooting him, and he's weak. The storm's got him, and I get hit by the storm too. So I hop down in hopes this guy's going to come out again so I can shoot him. And 2 people get lost in the storm. So I just assumed those guys are done. That is it for them. R.I.P. the dream. So right now we're pretty much into the deep part of the end game. This is the final 4 players in the match, including myself. So at the end of the game, most of the time in solos is always how it is. You have someone in a tower trying to basically get the high ground and kill anybody who tries to push him. So that's what you kind of want to do here. There's a nice little tip right here. When you are building up a staircase, put a little platform and then a trap, because people like to flank you and go up your staircase. It happens all the time in squad modes. Not as much in solo, but still a nice little tip. But make sure you get the high ground, build a base, and then scope out the area. So after sitting in that base for quite some time, I realized where both the players are. One was in that base that just got engulfed up on that hill, and the other one was below below the hill where the truck is. So I'm kind of just awaiting the winner of this, and I'm noticing a lot of explosions. They both have I think egg launchers or RPGs, and I decide I'm gonna kill the winner of this. I'm gonna pressure him a little bit. I want to be ready for when that guy decides to come up. And I hear shotgun shots, and then someone gets shotgunned. So what do? I go over to the top of this hill where their fight was. I literally just put up one wall and a ramp. I see the dude below, pop him a couple times with a scar. Actually, I popped him one time with a scar, and that's an easy dub. And I did my electric shuffle as I get another victory royale in the book. Hopefully you enjoy this kind of video. It's something I've never done before, and if you guys are interested in this, let me know in the comments. Also in the comments, tell me what you like, what you didn't like. I'd appreciate any feedback. But anyways, it's been a grip, guys. I'm out.